Hello, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of DDTS, episode 260. Back with another video, live episode today. I hope y'all are doing wonderful. I hope y'all are doing good because I am. I decided to go ahead and do some content this morning, go ahead and do it today a little earlier because I didn't have nothing else planned. And I said, you know what? It's better I go ahead and do my content early. So thank y'all for who's all that came in this morning. As y'all can see on the screen, that's what we're going to be talking about today. DDTS episode 260, Saucy Santana calls Beyonce daughter ugly. And as you can see by the quotation marks, it's kind of shocking. But I'm gonna get into this tea, and I'm gonna get into it. Hello, the Solomon Project. Good morning. The Solomon Project says we in here. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. I'm glad you in. I'm glad you in. Glad you came in. If y'all are new here, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and so you can get notifications by my newest videos, by my newest content, so you can start watching. You know how it goes, and this and that the third, and we finna get into it. But also, before we get into it, um I want to give a special shout out, give a special shout out, some special shout out to someone. Well, two peoples, or actually three, maybe four. And the first shout out is to the Heat and Cool. I think that's the women. The Heat and Color podcast, if I'm mistaken. Give a special shout out to them. The Heat and Cool podcast. I hope I got it right. The Heat and Cool podcast. I hope I got it right. I hope I said the name right. If I didn't, I'm gonna put the name in the description. Shout out to them because I'm gonna put their name in the description. If you haven't checked out their content, if you haven't checked out their content, please do. And please subscribe to their channel. They talk about amazing things. The Heat and Cool podcast. Because they've been supporting me for a while, for a very long time. They talk about daily news, stuff that's in the media. They talk about real life issues and stuff about the LGBTQ community or community that we serve, and about movies and all that real life stuff, food, mukbangs. They do all that. So shout out to the Heat and Cool podcast. I'm gonna put their name in the description. Shout out to them. I know I gave a lot of shout outs before, but shout out to the Solomon Project, which who's in the building. Shout out to the Solomon Project. And if you have not checked out his content, if you are interested in investments, trying to save money, if you want to hear the word, please give a shout out to the Solomon Project because he's one of the best. I've learned so much from him. I've learned so much for so many YouTubers from the group that I'm in, and I've learned so much for these other YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, like Ashley Say So and other peoples that are content that do content. You're very welcome. The Solomon Project. It's only fair and it's well deserved. I'm gonna give another shout out, and another shout out goes to one of my other best friends from the Silk. If y'all have not followed from the Silk, please give him a follow and a subscribe because he's one of the best. Because he's actually another person that gave me inspiration. That that gave me that inspiration. That gave me that pumping energy. To do YouTube. and many others in the YouTube group that I'm in. But I really want to thank each and every one of y'all, and I want to give those shout outs. If I missed anybody, I will. I'm gonna put their names in the description for the people I gave a shout out to. So let's get to the tea. Y'all ready to get to the show? Let's get to the show. So it's about Saucy Santana calling Beyonce's daughter ugly. And basically this happened about, I'm gonna say about, I guess it happened back in 2021 or 2022. It happened back in one of those years, when COVID was still a thing, which it still is now, but it's just not as big. Um Saucy Santana. Actually, I actually did content on Saucy Santana. But this was back in April or May that I did it. I think it was in April that I did content on Saucy Santana. And the content I did on him was basically he was calling out a podcaster or rapper or whoever his name was. I can't remember his name because he was basically Saucy Santana was basically trying to call out this podcaster and one of his best friends, um, which is guys, by the way, because he was trying to clamp, was basically telling them that they be laughing at him and they suspect and on the DL be staring at him. I guess because they reacted to him dancing, twerking a video because at that time Saucy Santana was trying to compare himself to Meg Thee Stallion, which he will never be Meg Thee Stallion. Can't nobody compare to Meg Thee Stallion between Saucy Santana and Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion, she's about their life and she gives good energy and good vibes. Shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. But yeah. And so he tried to call out these well actually he did. And so he called them out and basically told them like, y'all looking at me like if you like if you about their life, if you this and that, just say that or something like that. Something I said in that video, but it was a couple of months ago. And I basically did content on it, and I was trying to like defend it. Well, I'm not gonna say defend. I basically at that time, and which is now, I don't know much about Saucy Santana, but at that time that I did the content, I read enough to know what he was about. But I did not know that he likes to start mess and be up in a bunch of stuff, starting things with little kids, which I think is silly, which I think is crazy, which I think is basically telling me for you to be mad at a 12, 11, 12-year-old child, calling her ugly. For what? Is it because that she has more talent to is it because she got famous parents? Is it because her parents is Beyonce? Is it because her mom and dad is Beyonce and Jay-Z? Is that it? Or is it because that they all got Grammys and I don't think you got none? Now I'm not coming after nobody. I'm not trying to clown nobody. I'm getting into the tea now. Because when I saw this yesterday, I did not know this happened back in 2021. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this video today because it resurfaced on Facebook. Somebody shared it on my Facebook page. I don't forget who shared it, or was it a page that shared it that I follow. And so, you know what? I did not know anything about this till yesterday. And I did some more research today and I tried to find the tweet that Beyonce uh, was telling was talking about Saucy Santana telling him about her daughter. I can find Beyonce's tweet. I couldn't find it. But I did find Saucy Santana tweet that he made that time back in 2021 or 2022 when he was talking about Blue Ivy. And that tweet said, is she nappy head or something like that, something he tweeted about. And what happens when you come after Beyonce? And what happens when you come after her child? What happens when you come after anybody associated with Beyonce that is very close with Beyonce? The Beehive is going to come after you. The Beehive is going to put you in your place. The Beehive ain't nothing to mess with. And do I agree? Listen, he say he was 21 or 22 at that time that he made that tweet about Blue Ivy. Let me tell you something. I don't care how mad you get. I don't care how famous you is. I don't care who you in a beef with. I don't care who you mad at, who you want to fight or anything. But when it comes to kids, kids are off limits. Kids is don't have nothing to do with a grown up situation. And that move, and this my opinion, and this my honest opinion, and this my true opinion. He should have been grown up enough not to pick on the child. Because at that time, Blue Ivy had to been by 7 to 8 years old, maybe 9 years old when he did it back in 21 or 22. Now, you shouldn't be trying to pick on the child and you a grown adult. You call yourself basically, Saucy Santana, he called himself a rapper with the fingernails, with the long nails and makeup and everything. And then he called himself trying to body shame Beyonce too. No, we not doing that. I'm a fan of Beyonce. We is not finna do that. I'm a fan of Beyonce now. Now, a lot of people might not be fans of Beyonce. A lot of people might have their disagreements about Beyonce and the stuff people say she's in. I'm not. I love her music. I love her music. I feel like we can love everybody's music. We can love a person's music, but we do not have to agree with that person all the times. The decision that they make, the things that they say, we don't have to agree with all of that. But I'm gonna say this. I love Beyonce music. I might not like all of her songs, but I love all the music. Since Destiny's Child to now. Now, I it's a lot of things that grinds my gears, but when you talk about somebody's child and that child ain't done nothing to you, that child don't know nothing about you, and you supposedly post a video adult, you starting with a child calling this child ugly and nappy headed and all that, allegedly. Come on now. Act like you got some sense in class and gonna try to body shame Beyonce. Really, 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 really. That ain't cool. And I literally done a video back in uh April or May telling, telling people, I don't know much about Saucy Santana. I can back up my claims because I did a video on it. Now I can go back and tell you who I what I did the video on. Like I was basically trying to, you know, give him, the benefit of a doubt. Back when I did that video back in April. But I had no idea he said this about Beyonce's child and then trying to talk about Beyonce. First and foremost, I don't know anything about the Saucy Santana. And first and foremost, Beyonce is bigger than him. I'm not talking about weight. Beyonce is bigger than him, has more money than him, has more Grammys than him, has more success than him. Because I don't know now Saucy Santana song, and quite frankly, I don't want to know now. When you talk about people's kids and their family, that is off limits. That is something you do not do. And then it is said allegedly that he is not going to apologize. He's not going to apologize for what he said and what he done. Okay, you don't have to apologize, but I promise you the beehive is gonna come for your ass. And when the beehive comes, don't try to don't try to come over to our side and try to beg for forgiveness. Cause basically he's in the wrong for talking about a child, talking about their child. Very wrong. You don't talk about other people's child. I don't care who you into it with. Don't bring no child in your situation because that child don't have nothing to do with it. Blue Ivy is talented. Blue Ivy is just like her mama. Blue Ivy is going places. You know why she's going places? Because her mama, Beyonce. Blue Ivy studies what her mother does. Blue Ivy studies her mama's dance moves. Did y'all see at Coachella or the Renaissance concert when she was there? Blue Ivy was dancing with the dancers, was dancing with her mama. Blue Ivy was basically studying the steps of her mama, what her mama does. Blue Ivy is going places. Blue Ivy has talent because of her mama and because of her daddy and because they work hard. In just my opinion. And if I'm wrong for saying what I'm saying, forgive me, but that's just how I see it. I get you might have problems going on in your life, and I get that you might be insecure, but your insecurities don't have nothing to do with a child that ain't did nothing to you. And this what gets me. You in your 20s, and this child is 11, 12 years old. What in the entire what in the entire book will make you want to start on this child and you a grown ass man trying to call a child ugly and talking about a nappy hair and try to compare her to Northwest? Oh, please. Let's just stop. Let's just stop. People's want Northwest to be Blue Ivy so bad, or Kim Kardashian wants to be Beyonce so bad. She even had her face done trying to look like her. Please, let's just stop. Let's just stop the madness. Let's just stop the stuff because every time when something goes on with Beyonce, a couple of times when something go on with Beyonce or this and that the third, they always have to bring Kim Kardashian with it. Beyonce ain't fond of Kim Kardashian, and who could blame them? I'm not. Don't compare Northwest to Blue Ivy. Don't compare Blue Ivy to Northwest or whatever their child name is, whatever Kanye West and Kim Kardashian child is. Do not put those two in the same category. I'm not down in one or the other. But don't put those two in the category together because they are two different individuals. They're two different people. They're, you know, I'm just saying, and I'm being real. And if I'm wrong, tell me. But Saucy Santana is wrong. I ain't heard now song of Saucy Santana. I ain't never heard one of his songs being number one. I ain't never heard none of his albums selling. And if it did, I don't know where I was. I might have was doing something way important. I might have was having me a glass of wine or something, listening to Beyonce, listening to some, you know, doing something that was very constructive. But 9 times out of 10, grown-ups need to stop putting kids in their situations when the kids don't have nothing to do with it. And kids need to stop getting in grown-up situations because they're a little too young to be in grown folks' business. And you wonder why these kids grow up when they get older, still teenagers, being fast, wearing inappropriate clothes. And they wonder why they wonder why these men try to, they wonder why these men, they wonder why these women try to come up to them and stuff. Do you know how much sex trafficking goes on? Because you let these young kids get in grown folk situations and know they don't need to be in it. And the grown folks don't need to bring the kids in the situation. Because when I was little, before phones, before tablets, before TikTok, before all the social media came about, we had to go outside. We had going outside playing in the summertime. We had going outside. We had riding bikes. We had hide and seek. We had kickball. We had all of that. We had dancing. We had all of that. We had the whole community, neighborhood coming together. We had all the kids wanting to go outside when I was little back in the day. All the kids want to go outside and enjoy themselves. Barbecues, house parties, family reunions, all that. We will be happy because we'll be playing and stuff. But now you can't get now, child, to go outside. You know why? These phones, these tablets, these iPads, TikTok, social media, video games. And it goes to show you how this generation is. This generation has changed so much, and the peoples have changed so much. Now, it's not the kids now, it's the parents. I understand a lot going on in the world, but the peoples along with the generation has changed, if I'm making it make sense. Now, I don't mean to get off subject. If I'm getting off subject, I apologize. I might be talking a little too much, but if so, I'm not going to be too long. But that's exactly what I'm saying. Don't bring no child in your situation. Don't dare come for somebody else's child because people these days, they do not play about their kids. They don't joke about their kids. Saucy Santana better hope that the Beehive don't come for him. Because if the Beehive come for him, he through. We don't play about Beyonce. We don't play about Blue Eye. We don't play that. You want somebody to go play with it, play with what's her name? Play with Azalea Banks. Go play with her. Go play with Azalea Banks. Go play with one of them. But don't play about Beyonce. We do not play about the Beehive. And I'm just being honest. So, what do y'all what did y'all think? What do y'all think about this situation that I just said? What do y'all think about this situation? Now, this event happened in 2021 or 22, but it resurfaced yesterday, and I decided to go ahead and get on it. So I'm just saying. I just had to get on it. So that's all I have for right now, y'all. That's going to be my video for today. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will be back with another video as soon as possible. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I will be out and I will be coming back with the video. Was Vanessa Hustable a troubled child on the Cosby Show? Because I think I did a poll on that and I got like 75% on it. So you know what? That might be my next video if the time. But I'll let y'all know when I come out with it. But before I shut down, what did y'all think of my live? What did y'all think of the video? Was I on point? Was I doing too much? Was I wrong? What did y'all think? Feel free to put it in the chat or put it in the comments or whatever y'all want to do. Because I felt like I felt like I said everything that I needed to say. Hey Nikki P Blogs, how you doing? Welcome to the live. How you doing today? Thank you for coming in. Hold on, let me highlight it. That's good. That is good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I was doing a live episode today. Like like Solomon, I brought my mug. Oh my goodness. I really I think I just spilled some tea. I'm gonna go since you in here, I'm gonna go back over it. I'm gonna give you a hot cup of the hot tea if you would like. Let me go and give you the hot tea. So basically, I was talking about Saucy Santana calling Beyonce's daughter ugly, Blue Ivy ugly. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Hold on. Let me highlight that. Oh yeah, I'm finna go back over and give you a mug full of tea. Okay, so basically, I don't know if you know who Saucy Santana is. Yes, ma'am. He was calling Beyonce's daughter Blue Ivy ugly. And Beyonce responded to him, but I couldn't find her response or tweet or anything like that. And I did a video on Saucy Santana back in April. Oh, you seen him? Okay, yeah, because he he definitely struck a nerve with me when he did that. I was telling people, and I was saying like he did this back in 2020 or 21 or 22. He was 21 at the time. He was calling her nappy headed and everything. Like I was like, first of all, you do not, I repeat, you do not put a child in your situation. You do not come from a child. You're supposed to be a grown ass individual, and he is starting with an 11-year-old child or basically 12-year-old. Like, what sense does that make? Yes, ma'am. Excuse my language, Miss Nikki. Excuse my language, Miss Nikki. Yes, it's it's wild. Like you're supposed to be a grown individual, and you dragging a child into your. Mm. I don't trust nobody that can't stay relevant for 2 seconds. Peoples will do anything to be relevant just to have that stardom. I don't know what one album he has sold that has become number one. I don't know. I'm just being honest. Miss Nikki P Blogs is laughing. Like really, I don't know what one album he has sold to be number one. How many Grammys has he won? He ain't won now Grammy. He ain't won now Grammy. Compared to Beyonce, compared to his, Beyonce and Jay-Z and Blue Ivy got him beat. He just mad because Beyonce and Jay-Z and Blue Ivy are talented, and he just mad because he's not getting nowhere. He just mad because he is supposedly supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and that's probably why his relationship with whatever his name was didn't work. Hmm. And then he's gonna try to try to compare Blue Ivy to Northwest or Northeast or I mean Northwest. Um, like please, I told people, I say, don't try to put Beyonce and Kim Kardashian in the same category because we all know. Oh yes, oh yes, ma'am. Oh yes, and I'm gonna tell you something else. It's hard. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what's their child name. All I know is North. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call her North. Cause I'm trying not to be petty today, but it didn't work. It didn't work. But Kim Card Kim Kardashian always trying to get close to Beyonce. Kim Kardashian wants to be Beyonce so bad. I just don't understand. She wants to be Beyonce so bad, Miss Nikki. And then she tried to get her face done to look like Beyonce. Like, please, there can only be one Beyonce, and I don't understand why people's hating on Beyonce because she be doing her thing. People's find something to hate on Beyonce for. She did her Black Country album. People's were hating on her for that. I don't get it. Beyonce be doing her thing, and people just find some way to just despise this woman. But you got peoples that wanna praise Azalea Banks, whatever her name is. I don't know too much about her either. She belonged in there with Candace Owens. They could be sisters. Also, I know I'm spilling. I think I'm spilling too much tea, but hey, this what I do. This what I do. I'm just being honest. People wanna drag Beyonce so bad they don't wanna say nothing about Isaiah Banks, whoever whatever her name is. I mean, come on, let's cause oh okay, Miss Nikki say nah, we have the huge moves to catch all the tea. Okay, let me tell you, I'm telling you, people's be getting me with that. I'm gonna tell you, okay, since we're talking about tea, I'm gonna highlight your comment, Ms. Nikki. Since we talking about tea, Saucy Santana better be glad that Beyonce's sister, the queen of the elevator fight, Solange Knowles, didn't get a hold of him. You better ask Jay-Z what happened in that elevator back in 2008 or 11 or no, 2014. It had to be one of those years because Beyonce, yes, ma'am, because Beyonce did her Lemonade album back in 2015 or 16. Because he better be glad that Solange didn't get a hold of him. Because you know Solange is about their life. Whatever you do, don't get in no elevator with them. But ask Jay-Z. Because you listen. Beyonce Lemonade album. I bet a lot of y'all didn't know this. Well, I bet a lot of y'all probably did. Did y'all know this? Did y'all know Beyonce Lemonade album was an album that she put out towards Jay-Z because he was cheating on her? And think about it. When she sang this, You better call Becky with the good hair. She was referring that to Jay-Z. That's I'm just being honest. That's what Beyonce was referring to. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That has something to do with it. The Lemonade album was directed towards Jay-Z because he was allegedly, quote unquote, cheating on Beyonce. And that ain't the and this how she sung it the other. You talk about the Becky with the good hair. I can do that note again. Okay. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna do it one more time. This is what she said. She said, "You better call Becky with the good hair for you, Miss Nikki, for you." I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all probably like he couldn't look. I'm just, and look, and don't forget this note. Don't forget this note. She was like, "Don't hurt yourself." I think that was her song. She was like, "Hold on, darling. You give me life, and if you try this shit again, you're gonna lose your wife." That's what she was referring to when she sang lines "Don't Hurt Yourself," whatever that song was she did on the Lemonade album. That's what she said. Because I'm telling you, Beyonce is not nothing to play with. You know who her mama is? Her mama is Miss Tina Knowles. Yes, indeed. I listen. I had to give y'all that tea. I had to give y'all that scoop. Ooh, I bet y'all probably saying, "Oh my goodness, what happened?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I had to come with the tea. I had to come with the tea." And I don't know if y'all know about this either. So apparently, Matthew Knowles had a outside child with another woman when he was married to Miss Tina Knowles. I did a video on that as well. The child is about 13 to 14 now. He had a child about a young girl, and the 14 to 13, 14-year-old child was like, "Why don't my sisters talk to me? Why don't my sisters, Beyonce and Solange, talk to me?" And I was like saying to myself, "Now, wait a minute now. Now, I get that he might want to get to know his sisters." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That came out sometime last year. But if y'all want, I can go back and elaborate. I can go back and elaborate on that. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, y'all. I can go back and elaborate on it and give y'all some more tea about that, what I said about that. Um, so once this child said that, and the mama was telling them, this was my comment, and this what I said about the whole situation and thing. I was like, first of all, Beyonce is a full grown woman, and it is Beyonce's choice, and it is Solange's choice if they want to have a relationship with their younger sibling, because their younger sibling and the person you married to does not have to have a relationship with that outside child. They're not obligated to do that. They don't have to do that. It's not their responsibility. It's not their fault. So they don't have to have a relationship. Whoever you marry, no matter if it's your husband, no matter if it's your wife, if they got an outside child and you knew about it when they got married, if you want to take that child in and claim him or her as your own, then by all means you do that. That's a good thing that you are doing, because once you marry the person, it's like they say the child is part of the family. Well, honestly, a lot of people don't understand, outside child or not, that married person that you are married to and whose family you're part of, they don't have to, they don't have to be obligated to their child. They don't have to claim their child. They don't have to have anything to do with their child. I know that's cold of me to say, but I'm just being honest. They don't have nothing to do with their child. If they want something to do with it, if they want to be in the family with their child, then by all means, because it happens all the time. You have peoples that is married into the family and they consider their child as one of their own, as a stepchild. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in Beyonce's situation and in Solange's situation, I feel like they don't have to, they don't have to build a relationship with a younger sibling yet if they don't want to. I'm not saying if they ever will, but I'm saying they might not want to at that very moment. So, because you know, their child didn't ask to be here. Their child didn't ask to come out of Woodlock. I'm just being honest. But yep. How I'm doing, y'all? I did not expect this content to go this long. But I think I put out some tea today, y'all. Y'all probably already knew about this tea. But let me tell y'all something. I am not no Jason Lee. I'm not no Tasha K. And I ain't no Claudia Jordan. I am not, and I repeat, I'm none of those people. Because the tea I put out, I can bag mines up. The tea I spill, I can clean it up. The tea I spill, it ain't gonna be sticky. It's gonna come right up. The tea I spill is gonna be nothing but facts. And if I'm wrong, I will say I'm wrong for spilling that tea. But that's what tea is made for, to spill in certain situations. If you didn't want nobody to spill, listen, I feel like, yes, ma'am. Miss Nikki P. Blog says, I heard that, yes, ma'am. And you know what else I feel like? I feel like if a person didn't want nobody to spill the tea, then why you make the tea? To be to be sipped, to be spilled. If you didn't want nobody to spill the tea, don't make the tea. Leave the tea in the tea bag. I'm just being honest, but hey, me. Yep. But I think that's all the tea. Don't make the tea. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. If I feel like if a person don't want you to if a person don't want you to spill the tea, then I say don't make the tea. Leave the tea in the tea bag. Put the top on the tea bag container. That's how I see it. Because then when the tea gets spilled, they'll be like, "How y'all find out about it?" Well, basically, you made the tea. You know what happens when you make the tea. You know what happens when you make Kool-Aid. What happens when you make tea or Kool-Aid? Everybody gonna get a glass and get some ice and pour some tea and pour some Kool-Aid. You know what they gonna do? They gonna drink it. And of course, somebody gonna spill it. You can't drink nothing or eat nothing without spilling. And what happens? When you spill it, everybody gonna be wanting to know who spilled the tea. What's that spill? Who spilled it? Who wasted? You can't share your tea with everybody. Everybody is not gonna treat your tea how you treat your tea. You offer one person some tea, and then you offer another person some tea. Their tea run out. When that tea runs out, The tea gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be empty if I'm making it make sense. But I think that's all. I think that's all the tea I got. But before I close this down, is there anything anybody wants to add before I close this episode down? I feel like I've spilled too much and I feel like I said too much. Mm. Who is this calling me? Oh, ain't nobody calling me. This is a notification. This is a notification. Well, I guess nobody wants to say anything, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. So that will be, I guess that will be the episode for today, y'all, of Saucy Santana and Beyonce and Blue Ivy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope y'all enjoyed. Um, if there's anything anybody wants to say, let me know because I done spilled all the tea that I had for the day, y'all, and for this video. Okay, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, Miss Nikki P Blogs. If you're still here, shout out to Miss Nikki P Blogs. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, the Solomon Project, for coming in. Shout out to the color. Hold on. What was it? The Heated and Cool podcast. Shout out to them. Shout out to everybody that came in, and shout out to the YouTube group that I'm in that has made it very possible in making me feel, uh-oh, just had to put over my darn phone to under the seat. Ooh, I don't like when that happens. I heard you talking, but I couldn't reply. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm so sorry. It's totally fine. I was just saying, before I shut it down, I just want to give a special thank you to you and shout out to you, Ms. Nikki P Blogs, and to the Solomon Project and the Heat and Cool podcast, if I'm pronouncing it right. And and I really appreciate the group, the YouTube group that I'm in, because it really has helped me so much in and out the group. It's amazing. I be watching some people's, videos outside of the group, not only when we engage, but I actually do it, at times, when it come up on my screen, I be, be watching it. But I had to come in and give y'all shout outs. I had to come in and spill this tea for y'all. I had to come in and do what I love to do. You're very welcome, Miss Nikki P. Blogs. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Um, I really appreciate it. I do as well. I might not do it every day, but I do go to my subscription box of who I'm subscribed to. If they don't come up in my channel, I do my best and try to watch. And Miss Nikki, and I'm gonna tell you something else, Miss Nikki P Blogs. I'm gonna tell you something else. I got something to tell you. So how about this? I didn't even watch my videos after I do them. You know, the videos I do of myself, you know, that I be on here. I don't even watch my work half of the time. I don't even watch myself on my own TV. I used to didn't watch myself all the time, but now I recently just started back watching myself after I done these episodes and stuff. I will not watch myself for nothing. I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch myself for nothing. But now I'm starting to watch myself. Yes, ma'am. After I do a video, I wouldn't even watch myself. I wouldn't even watch how I did or anything. But now I'm doing it more now since I'm doing StreamYard. But I'm gonna get that premium package with StreamYard. Oh my goodness. Miss Nikki People all says my son turn on my videos all day, LOL. I'm forced to watch them. Oh my goodness, really? Ain't that something? Listen, at least your son is supporting you. He is supporting you. He believes in you. That's good. It's good to have a younger viewer to, you know, support you, you know, in your videos and everything. Well, you guys, it has been fun. If there's anything anybody else would like to say, you can. If not, I'm finna go ahead and shut down. Miss Nikki People Out says, okay, sir, thanks for the tea, but I have to run into the library. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming by. You're very welcome. And you be safe coming and going to the library. And I'll see you as well, Miss Nikki. Thank you for coming by. Thank each and every one of you for coming by on today's episode of DDTS. And I really appreciate you all. And I really want to say thank y'all for dropping by. Thank y'all for having tea and everything. So I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday. Thank y'all for coming by. And I'll be back with another video as soon as possible. Thank y'all for coming in. I love y'all and have a wonderful. Yes, ma'am. Hit that like button, please. Thank you, Ms. Nikki. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you so much. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Monday. I love you all. Thank you. Bye bye. And have a great day. Oh, and before I go, you better call Becky with the good hair.
We in the house.